Welcome to Instablogs Global Report, where we bring you the citizen voices from all over the world. Moving ahead in the Global Report, let us go to the top stories first. Japan's killer work ethics killing employees. Schoolgirl pregnancies on the rise in Tanzania. Malawi's extraordinary turnaround in food production. And veteran CPIM leader Harikrishan Singh Surjit is no longer with us. Unpaid overtime is exhausting Japan's employees. Suicide from overwork exertion has become common in Japan, and government is unwilling to implement the labor laws. More on this from CJ Zach.
This is Zach Pena, citizen journalist reporting for Instablogs. For many years, the Japanese government has been trying to set limits on work hours and on overtime, but has yet to succeed. What little that has been done remains entirely ineffective, as overtime rules are generally vague and very weakly enforced. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Japan is a country with no legal limits on the practice. Death from too much work is so much a reality in Japanese society that there's even a word for it: karoshi. Where the government cannot step in, a national karoshi hotline, karoshi self-help books, and a law that funnels money to the widows and children exist in the event that a salaryman works himself to the grave for the good of his company. While death from overwork may be the most extreme of cases, prolonged fatigue and disability from overwork oftentimes still results in suicide. Among 2,207 work-related suicides in 2007, the most common reason, which was 672 suicides, was from overwork.
Sex education is desperately needed in Tanzanian schools, where teenage pregnancies are on the rise. Tanzanian CJ Allen provides us more information on this.
This is Alan Wetesa, a citizen journalist reporting from Tanzania for Instablogs. It's not always poverty that hampers the girls' education in Tanzania. Many times it's the pregnancies that curtail the education opportunity that rarely comes in a girl's way. The rising trends in school girls' pregnancies in Tanzania is of great concern and asks for tougher measures at this time when the world is singing about empowering a girl child and the women in general. Tanzanian culture practices are also blamed for most of the part. Discussing young people's sexuality is a taboo. It's high time that school children are taught on how to avoid pregnancies, particularly keeping away from men and boys wanting to have sex with them. The elder girls be prevailed with contraception, or else more of our schoolgirls will be dying from unsafe abortions.
Malawi, which few years ago used to be mired by famines, has seen an extraordinary turnaround in the food production and is now exporting the food to world food programs. CJ Frederick tells us more.
Citizen journalist from Malawi for Instablogs. Malawi was suffering from famine crisis for 2 years, since 2005, and nearly 5 million of its 13 million people needed emergency food aid. But this year, the picture is completely different. The nation is actually selling more corn to the World Food Program of the United Nations than any other country in Southern Africa, and is exporting hundreds of thousands of tons of corn to Zimbabwe. The prevalence of acute child hunger has fallen sharply in the nation. Farmers explain Malawi's extraordinary turnaround, one with broad implications for hunger-fighting methods across Africa, with one word: fertilizer. The increased harvest has also helped the poor by lowering food prices and increasing wages for farm workers. Though the donors are sometimes ambivalent, Malawi's farmers have embraced the subsidies, and the government moved this year to give its people a more direct hand in their distribution, thus improving the lives of people and reducing poverty.
Veteran CPIM leader Harikrishan Singh Surjit passed away today in a Noida hospital. He had been ill for some time. His demise has been a great loss to Indian politics and citizens. CJ Daya Surbi Balaji recounts his valuable contribution to Indian politics.
This is Daya Surbi, citizen journalist from India for Instablogs. Veteran Communist Party of leader Harikrishan Singh Surjit passed away in a Noida hospital. He was 92 and had been ill for some time. The great journey of the leader started well before independence of India, when he was in his early teens and joined the movement of Bhagat Singh. In 1936, Surjit joined the Communist Party of India and went on to become one of the first leaders of the Bureau of CPIM. And unlike leaders in other parties who zealously guard their loyalists, CPM top brass, including Surjit, took a collective hand in building a future line of leadership. Surjit is known for his steadfast opposition to the BJP and communalism. He was instrumental in forming a number of anti-BJP coalitions in the 1990s and for ensuring that support the present UPA government. After the 2004 Lok Sabha election and during the 1996-1998 United Front government, his role has been that of a cunning kingmaker in parliamentary politics, mending and assembling broad coalitions. His death will be mourned by the whole nation.
And if you want your voice to be heard by millions, let Instablogs be the platform. You can contact us at cj@instablogs.com. That's it in today's show. We'll get back with more updates and more voices. Till then, it's a goodbye from the entire team of Global Report.